Hi, Pat and Reese. You often say that earning money is one thing and proactively managing it another. What's the most common mistake that busy professionals make in terms of managing their wealth?
It's a good question, and what we've found over time is that busy professionals often have aspirational goals, a busy work life and a lot of family commitments. So what they often lack is time to make smart choices. As a result of that, without proactive management of their financial affairs and these choices, they often make choices on the fly, as it were, as opposed to being part of a cohesive strategy. So we've developed a wealth achievement program to help clients remain engaged with their preferred future, but put in place strategies and implement strategies that are coherent and aligned to give them the greatest chance of achieving their preferred future.
What does the process of proactively managing wealth entail?
For busy professionals, their human capital is often as important, if not more so, than the financial capital they may have accumulated at that point in time. So making choices around that human capital becomes critical.
What do you mean by human capital?
In simple terms, human capital can be considered the present value of your future earning capacity for the number of years you've got left, working years you've got left. So making choices around that becomes critical. So if you think about this present value of your future earning capacity, this is an amount of money from which you've got to pay tax, you've got to pay your living expenses, pay down debt, and then accumulate financial capital, making smart choices along the way.
It's also important to consider that while your earnings might increase over time from promotions and the like, your human capital generally decreases with time. And the reason for that is you've simply got fewer working years left. So for us, understanding the relationship between your human capital and your preferred future allows us to proactively help you to make the smart choices around allocating that capital that are going to give you the greatest chance of achieving your objectives. So at Strategy First, we design and implement a clear and effective strategy for you that helps you to allocate that capital in a way that's going to make the most of your current position, but also help you achieve your preferred future.
What would a Strategy First client expect from the Wealth Achievement Program?
Well, the first thing we look at is your current position. We show you what your net wealth is, including a breakdown of your home, your investments, your super, your debts, things like that. Secondly, we look at your objectives. How can we help you achieve those objectives? We help you to decide whether you're on the right track to your preferred future, and if at any time you move off that preferred future path, how we can get you back on track. We also consider something that's very important, which is making sure that your present, as well as your preferred future, are adequately protected from the financial impacts of death, disability, accident, things like that.
And how easy is it for clients to see their progress?
That's a really key part of the Wealth Achievement Program, because without you can't manage what you don't measure. So what we've constructed is a financial dashboard that allows us to very dynamically capture a client's current position. People like to know what they're worth, but also assess their progress against the expected position at a point in time. So as they build up financial capital, we can assess, are they on track? Are things going as expected, or have things changed? And do we have to pivot? Do we have to make a change to those choices that we've made along the way?
Yeah, and it's very important to remember that things like investment choices and portfolio allocations are important, but they need to be put in the context of your path towards your preferred future. What that allows us to do is to reaffirm to you, for example, let's say financial markets have performed poorly. But the fact that you're still contributing money to superannuation is actually a good thing, because what it means is you're buying good assets at even better prices. So by being able to sort of hold your hand through that process when your natural instinct might be to sell and stop putting money into superannuation, for example, we can say to you, by continuing to contribute, or in fact by increasing your contributions, you're actually doing yourself a favour in the future.
And it's really designed to help us make assessment against progress on a regular basis, and therefore when we need to make changes, they're often only small changes. The old process that we used to have was about accumulating a lot of information from a client, which meant they had to spend a lot of time to build a budget for us and provide us with information about their overall financial position, which took a lot of time. Then we would have to construct some very valuable advice documents, rejections, so we can assess what they may need to change. But it's a little bit like captaining a ship and having to make less frequent but significant changes, which can be very difficult. This way, the change can be very dynamic and very quick and simple.
We've also used technology to really help in this area. Two of the pain points that we found traditionally were gathering financial information from clients and also getting in front of clients who are very busy for a meeting. So we've adopted two technological solutions to help here. The first is a piece of technology that allows us to seamlessly capture all your financial information. So your cash flows, your assets, your liabilities, things like that, so that we don't have to hassle you every time we need an update. And the second piece of the puzzle there is getting in front of busy people for meetings. We respect that there is still a huge amount of value in a face-to-face meeting, but we also understand that trying to organise that meeting when you've got work and family commitments as well can be a really difficult process. So we utilise a specialty video conferencing tool, which allows us to meet with both members of a couple, for example, no matter where they are, and it also allows us to share and sign off on documents digitally. Basically, we've done our best to take the pain out of the process to keep clients engaged.
Well, our simple view is that our role is to help clients make smart choices to give them the greatest chance of achieving their goals. So this just simply allows us to make those smart choices when we need to and then put them into action.